This is one of the most highly anticipated movies of the summer, and it opens today. Star Trek looks at the origins of the popular series. Here's a preview.
Look at the ship. Are you familiar with this craft?
Who's your commander? Is it him?
I will speak for Captain Nero.
Then ask Captain Nero, what gives him the right to attack a Federation vessel?
The Carmel Valley resident is starring in this new Star Trek movie out today, and we have been talking about Star Trek for weeks. This has just been so hyped up. Faran Tahir plays Captain Robow. Did I say that right?
You did.
Robow, okay. So I asked in the break. And hey, thanks for coming back, because you were here for Iron Man when that was out.
It's always a pleasure. So, yeah, I love coming back. So just keep having me come back.
We love it. Well, gosh, I mean, first of all, Iron Man was such a big hit, and this is just expected to be this weekend. And action figures soon to follow, I'm sure, for you.
I hope so. Knock on something, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, this is just, it must have been so incredible to film this, and we talked a little bit about it. But talk about how it was to play this character.
Well, you know, I have been a Trekkie for a long time. So to me, it was like going back to being a 10-year-old boy. You know, you walk onto that set, and you see the ship, and you all of a sudden that little boy comes out in you, because you're just having fun, and it's like walking into your own dream. So yeah, it was a great experience.
And so much of it is in post-production.
It is.
And also we were talking about, Renee's at the Green Wall, and that's just a very, very bare bones version of it. But is it hard to react to that when you don't really see what's in front of you?
It is, but the sets and everything around you is so realistic that you kind of, it might take you a second to kind of adjust to that, but then when you're there, you're in the moment, and you forget about the green screen, you forget about everything else, and your imagination takes over. That little boy's imagination takes over. So yeah, the first 5 seconds are probably hard, but then you're in it.
Oh, that's incredible. Now, Captain Robow, good guy or bad guy in this one?
Good guy.
Oh, okay.
You got to change it up.
Yeah,
you
can't play the villain.
Yeah, so you got to show a different side to you.
That's incredible. So anyway, you had a story that you were telling us about a Klingon. Now, this is really funny. This happened while you were filming this.
It was a night shoot. So, and the security on this movie was amazing. So what they would do is that they would take you from your trailer. They would put you in a golf cart, which was totally covered. And then they would drive you into the studio, and they would shut the doors, and that's when you would come out of your golf cart. So, they could be taking us to Oklahoma, and we had no idea. So anyway, so it was night shoot, and I get into this golf cart, and I'm sitting there, and I could just feel these pair of eyes staring at me. And I turn around, and I look at it, and it's this alien sitting there, and I literally jumped, I think, 3 feet and hit my head on the golf, because...
And you heard the breathing, the heavy breathing?
I was like, oh my gosh! Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that you deal with. Things you don't expect, aliens sitting next to you, you have no idea. So yeah, I mean, that's why it's such a trip, just doing it and then watching it on screen.
Was there a really good feeling on this set, with everybody involved?
It was the most amazing feeling. I think that idea of the little kid was well and alive all the way across, from the actors to the director, to the sound people, to everybody, because we were just having fun. It was, it was like, we have real toys, we can use them, and let's make a movie out of it. So.
And then, speaking of the 10-year-old boy, because you have a great story about, you really were a Star Trek fan. You were a Trekkie, and I guess your little brother was being born, and it was on the day that Star Trek was on.
Yeah. So my brother is, he's 10 years younger than me. So when my mom was expecting him, my big fear was that, oh gosh, I hope it's not a Thursday. So of course, Thursday rolls around, and my mom goes into labor, and I'm going, oh, I hope he's
Could you hurry, please?
Yeah, exactly. Just do it by 4 o'clock, will you? So he is born at 6:30, and my dad takes me in. I look at him and I go, yeah, that's my brother. Let's go back home, because Star Trek starts at 8 o'clock.
Incredible. Now, you've seen this movie 3 times already. When you first saw it, after the complete finished version, what did you think?
Well, my big test was that, again, does it make me feel like a little kid? And the greatest test was that the first time we saw it, it was the core cast, the producers, and the director. So it's a very analytical room. Everybody's looking at it, do I look good, blah, blah. And the movie starts, and everybody forgot that we had anything to do with the movie. We were just watching the spectacle of it. You know, we were yelling and screaming at the screen, and and go, 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 all of that, and it got done, and we're like, oh wow, we should have been more analytical about what happened in the movie, but we were having fun. So I think it's a great ride for anybody. It's great for the Trekkies who have the spirit of Star Trek alive, but the great thing is that it also brings in new audiences. I think anybody who walks in there is not going to feel lost. They're not going to feel like, am I in on the joke? Am I in? It's not going to happen. I think everybody's going to enjoy it.
Yes, and you know what? If you go out and enjoy it, he might be somewhere in one of those theaters sitting next to you going, hey, what do you think of the movie? Because you're going to be in town this weekend.
And the bald guy in there.
All right. Family 4-pack free tickets to see Star Trek in IMAX. So check that out on our website at 9 o'clock. And for more information, go to san-diego6.com and click on Hot Topics. Go see Star Trek. It's going to be great. Hey, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Can't wait for the action figure.